Hi, and welcome to the next post for our beauty class. All things beauty. I've absolutely loved all the information we have gotten this week. And today I'm here to talk to you about the Savvy Mineral kits that Young Living has. First, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how I got started using the Savvy makeup. So last March in 2017, makeup was one of the ashamedly last things that I started to kind of phase out. So when I started on my toxin-free journey with Young Living 4 years ago this November, I started with heavy hitters like candles and laundry products and my cleaning products and the dish soap that I was washing my dishes with and eating off of. And so makeup was kind of around year 2. So I was slowly switching out more things, deodorants, a skincare line, which Young Living has a great skincare line I'm so thankful for. But makeup was the last thing. So I had gone all natural makeup at Sephora and kind of thought I was doing better for my face and my body. But actually they still had some harmful ingredients in there. And so I'm here to talk to you a little bit about that today. And then at the end, I hope to take just a couple minutes to show you how I apply. So I started with Sweet Savvy Minerals before Young Living acquired it. Melissa Pepping was the founder. And she actually has a Facebook page called The Savvy Mess. And so I wasn't a big makeup tutorial person at the time, but I became so because I was really unfamiliar with mineral makeup. And so I ended up watching a lot of videos, and then it really just came down to practicing. So I sent a picture to her Facebook Messenger, and she ended up letting me know what color I was, and then I went for it. So when Young Living acquired it in June of last year, I was so excited that I can now get this makeup on my Essential Rewards monthly order. Kate has talked a lot about toxins in the beauty industry. I'm specifically just going to list a few reasons why you want to switch over your makeup. So of course, skin is our largest organ. So I think one thing that we don't realize sometimes is just the toxic overload that our bodies tend to go through. So when you're applying, women, it's an average of 300 chemical-laden products a day, and your body cannot handle it all. I am living proof of that. 25% of the human population cannot rightly process all the toxins that we come in contact with on a daily basis. Now, some of those, of course, we cannot control, like the air we breathe, for example. We cannot control that, but we can control certain things, and those things are what we bring into our house. And so, while we think it's just one product, you have to remember that it's several products several times a day. And especially when it comes to things like makeup and lipstick, it's going in our nose, we're breathing it if it's minerals, and if it's going on our lips, we're eating it. So think about, I know Kate talked a little bit about that too, but we are eating what we put on our mouth. So just like food affects how we feel, things that we put on our skin, our beauty products affect our skin. Many of these toxins are hormone and endocrine disruptors and known cancer-causing chemicals. So here is just a few of those. So Young Living's makeup is free from parabens, which mimic estrogen in our bodies, and they are hormone and endocrine disruptors, so think thyroid gland. Very important. Talc can contain asbestos. This was an ingredient that I found in a lot of those natural makeup products that I found and switched over to. They still contain talc. Bismuth. So this is a big one. It's found in nickel, tin, and silver, and this is what a lot of mineral makeup companies will continue to put in their makeup because it's cheap. It actually does do well covering up flaws, adds glow to the face, but the problem that it causes is itchiness and breakouts and irritation. So if you're using mineral makeup and you're experiencing those things, it's very common, then it's probably because that company continues to use bismuth. And so that's something to think about. It's also akin to arsenic. So Just keep that in mind. So lead with our lipsticks, Kate talked a little bit about that, but it's a known carcinogen, which is known to cause cancer. And it doesn't, this was interesting that I found in my research, it doesn't have to be disclosed as an ingredient, but rather as a contaminant. So that's why you may not find lead in your ingredient list. The FDA has determined a healthy amount that we're allowed to have, and for cosmetics and personal products. And so the one thing that they don't take into account is to when we apply these multiple times a day and every day. So mercury is also another one. It's toxic or poison, honestly. Repeated exposure can cause nervous system problems. Mineral oil is known as liquid petroleum. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? So it's the greatest contaminant for human body, for the human body. So one caveat, please be extra careful if you are nursing or pregnant with these ingredients, because we don't really think about what we're putting on our bodies. We think about what we're putting in our bodies affects our baby, of course, but it's also what we're putting on our bodies, because when we put it on our skin, on our face, we're absorbing it into our bloodstream. And so babies are actually being tested now at birth, and they are born with the same toxins that their mothers are using and putting on their bodies. So just a word of caution. I know we can't do all the things, but I know as a new mom, 10 years ago, I was freaking out and trying to do everything. So just a little bit to let you know, some people actually don't know that. So why I love Young Living's makeup. Even when it was Sweet Savvy, it still wasn't infused with the essential oils. And when it moved over to Young Living, they actually infused their makeup with essential oils. So we've got the mascara, which has lavender. We've got the misting spray, which has a buku amount of essential oils in it. And then we have lipsticks infused with peppermint, lip glosses infused with peppermint, which helps plump the lips. And then we've got orange and cinnamon bark in the newer. The spring line has the orange, and the cinnamon bark was on the ones that just came out at this convention. So just really exciting to know that I can have a product that not only is safe, but it's also good for my skin. I'm using skin supporting oils on my skin as well, so I absolutely love that. And not to mention Young Living's Seed to Seal standard. Just knowing that they care about the whole process. They're not just gonna give us cheap ingredients. And really cost effectively, when I switched from the company that I was using at Sephora, when I switched, and it was an all natural company, it was similar in price, if not cheaper. Not to mention that I'm getting it on Essential Rewards. I'm, at the 25% mark that I'm earning back. So I'm also getting free product, getting the monthly promos. I was getting free products every 3 months for the first 12 months. So it was just a win-win situation for me. So why we like Young Living's Savvy Mineral Makeup line is for what it does contain. So we talked about essential oils. It also contains arrowroot powder and kaolin clay. So I've made my own soap before, and so I have some kaolin clay here. You can use this to make soaps, face masks, but it's very good for your skin. And this is just an idea of, again, what it looks like. But these are both calming and absorb oil and moisture and acts as a natural preservative. So the only reason why people need preservative, or companies put parabens in their makeup and their products, is because it acts as a preservative. Kaolin clay knocks that out of the park, and it's safe. But it sucks out impurities such as grime, dirt, pollution, and germs from pores. So this makeup isn't gonna cake and clog your pores. It's actually gonna help cleanse and clean it. So I love that. So it also has aspen bark extract, which has skin softening properties and acts as a natural preservative again. We have mica, which is completely safe, and it's what gives our makeup its pigment. And then all of these products are made in the USA. They're mostly vegan. The lipsticks and the lip glosses contain beeswax, so if that's something you're concerned about, those are not vegan. They're cruelty-free. And another important thing is that these are non-nano. Non-nano particles with a titanium dioxide means that it will not enter the bloodstream. So that's very important to know. So we are going to talk about how to color match and get started. So I actually can maybe post this little, I know it'll be backwards for you, but it's a little questionnaire. So there's 5 questions, and it's an A or a B, and this will help you figure out if you're warm or cool. We also have a dark 1 and a dark 4. My veins are A, green, B, blue or purple. I like to wear A, gold jewelry, B, silver jewelry. Let's see, my undertones are A, yellow or peachy golden, B, pink or blue rose. I look better in A, cream, brown or tan, B, black and white. And then the last one, the sun's effect on my skin is A, golden brown, or B, I burn and turn pink. So if you answered mostly A, you are a warm, B, you are a cool. Now I will tell you that when I sent a picture to Melissa Pepping, I may have had a tiny little bit of foundation on, I can't remember. But she got me as much as a picture can as a cool. When I went to convention this last year, they matched me as a warm. I wore cool for over a year. So that to say, you can mix and match what you want. Oh, I should have brought the cool out here, but you can see one's got more pink undertones and one has more warm olive tones. So you always want to make sure that you match on your jawline. A lot of people, you see in makeup stores, like they'll do it on the back of your hand. That's not where you're putting your makeup. So you want to match your color right here. This should be succinct. It should disappear when you're blending. Okay, so how to apply. We're going to talk about this pretty little kit. So this is what the Savvy kit looks like. So I'm going to open it up. It has a sleeve. We're going to open this up. They always do such a fabulous job. I love this hot pink and the little fun little details. I love being able to put this makeup on because for a long time I felt like my makeup, and I like to wear makeup. I've worn makeup since I was a teenager. And so for me, it was just finding a makeup that supported my skin and didn't make it worse. I have found that I have less blemishes, less breakouts. I mean, it also depends on what kind of food you're putting into your body as well, because our skin reacts to those things. But for the most part, my makeup, it feels lightweight. I love that it's buildable coverage, so I can do as much or as little as I want. If you're not used to a lot of makeup, you can do a 5-minute natural face. This is my everyday face, and then I can do a date night face if I want to. So I love the versatility of this makeup. I love that, for example, I will show you, and actually I can show you right now because I just put a little bit of the lip gloss on, but this is one of my fun little tips that I love about this makeup. Your blush can become an eyeshadow if you want, or I even like to I'll tap a little bit of the minerals in the cap. I put a little bit of the lip gloss on. I can make this my color. So I can put this on my lips. And that can become, I can do this with the eyeshadows. It's all safe. And so I love it. I have a 6-year-old little girl, and I love that I can now, with supervision, of course, let her kind of plan my makeup as if I remember doing that as a kid. And I actually have pictures to prove it of red lipstick all over my face. Anyway, so we've got the kit. You open it up and it looks like this. This is gonna be the Warm 2 kit. I've started to do the Warm 2 and I really like it. I also did the Cool 2. So really just maybe even whoever your kind of go-to person is for Young Living, maybe they can help you color match or find someone that would help you. As long as you have like natural light and no makeup on, a lot of times people can help match you up really quickly. Okay, so it comes with a foundation. I've been using this, so it's gonna be, and then it's got the blush. So the misting spray, super important about the misting spray. It is not a setting spray, so don't finish and then put the misting spray on as a setting spray. It's not gonna work. It's gonna make it blotchy and it's not gonna last. It has special ingredients like aloe in it, which is soothing to the skin, helps nourishes with essential oils. It has trace minerals. It's soothing and refreshing to the skin. It also helps prevent fall off. So I will show you what I mean by fall off. But with this, it's kind of dusty. And so when I spray my brushes, it's not only holding the minerals on and gonna apply it better to my face, there's less that's gonna fly out into the air, which is more makeup in this, which is more money in my pocket. So the misting spray, I really like it. And you'll really just one night go have fun with your makeup, go play with it, figure it out. If you like tutorials, go to the Savvy Mess. Melissa Pepping has every video imaginable out there, every tip imaginable out there, and she's a great resource of information. So then underneath, you'll see a lavender 5 milliliter essential oil, and then you've got 3 colors. So depending on if you're a dark 1, a dark 4, a warm 2, and a cool 2, you will get, there's one thing that's the same, but 2 of your eyeshadows will be different. and your color, of course, of your blush, and your lip gloss will also be different. So something to note. You will also get these fun little books. So this one is on the Young Living lifestyle, and then you'll have all the tips and tutorials kind of in here that take you through why Young Living's makeup, why Savvy. It'll talk to you about the spray, and then it'll show you all the shades, and then you will see how to contour if you want. You'll also see their blush colors, eyeshadows, and then how to apply your eyeshadow. So this is a really helpful little book. And then it's going to show you about all the brushes. I absolutely love these brushes. They are not vegan, but they are an absolute, okay, so I was using really cheap brushes from Amazon, not gonna lie. And it wasn't until my friend got a kit in February of this past year, and she was like, Jenna, you need the Young Living brushes. And I was like, oh, is it really that different? There is a difference. They pick up the makeup better, so you're using less. Again, more money in my pocket. And the case that it comes in, so you'll get a foundation brush in the kit, but then you need eyeshadow brushes as well. And it comes with a blush brush. So I got the Savvy Minerals brush set on my ER, so I got money back for them. But I don't know if you've ever been into Sephora to get a really decent brush, but they're about $30 a brush. So I felt like this was a great deal for all the brushes that you get. You'll get a veil brush, which I'm not going to go over the mineral veil today, but they do have a matte, and then the shimmery one. I have the shimmery one and I love it, but that's because I like sparkles. Some people prefer the matte. And then you're going to get an eyeshadow brush. And then there's a blush brush. And then this one is a blending brush. So the longer the bristles, the less color it's going to apply. So if you want a darker color, you're going to want a shorter bristles because it's going to pick up more of those minerals. And then it comes with another foundation brush. So I actually am going to find a friend who wants an extra one, or I'm going to use it in classes because you will get one with the kit. But the kit, the value is moreover. So if you're on ER, you can try to match this up and just kind of do the math on it, and then take into account maybe your points that you're going to get back. But the kit is really a great deal monetarily. So I would absolutely recommend the kit because it's going to get you all the base things that you need. And it's a really, really, really great value. I've done the math separate and it doesn't compare. So I am going to show you a couple ways that I put on the makeup. So first, priming your face. I'm going to do this really quickly so I don't take up too much of your time. Tabitha, I believe, already posted about these things, or maybe it was Rebecca, I can't remember. So I think it was Tabitha. Anyways, I'm just going to touch on them for 1 second. But priming your face is important. Also, not dropping your moisturizer is important. I don't know where the lid went. We're going with it. All right, so priming your face is important. You want to start with a clean slate. Just like an artist. So the Renewal Serum is great because it's going to help. I have it on here, sorry. Or maybe I didn't. The Renewal Serum it's called a serum for a reason, but it's not that lotion consistency. And so it's going to help coat your face and then help the minerals stick to it better. Then you're going to have the Art Light Moisturizer. Absolutely love this one. A lot of people that miss liquid foundation, I don't, and I was a liquid foundation girl, but it's totally up to you. Play around, see what you like. It's the great thing about it. They'll put some of this into their palm and mix their foundation color in here, and then they'll apply it on their face that way. So that's another option. I love, love, love the Orange Blossom line. So I use kind of all of the above, but just make sure that you prime your face with a very good lotion. And these are all great options. Like I said, I love the Orange Blossom. The charcoal bar soap is great for pulling out impurities on your skin. I have noticed a visible difference in my skin since using that on my face. And then of course they have the face wash that I use every day. So I love this primer. They have a mattifying primer and a hydrating primer, and I use the mattifying because I tend to have an oily face, and I really like it a lot. I don't use a ton of it, so this is gonna last me a long time. I mean, I put on makeup every day, and this is gonna last me a long time. So, last but not least, I will show you how I put on a little bit of my makeup. And I'm going to do this as quick as possible. So if you like a good makeup remover, the Savvy Mineral Wipes from the Baby line, the Savvy Mineral Wipes, no. The Seedling Wipes from the Baby line are fantastic. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit of how I put this makeup on. So that you can get an idea of what it looks like. And again, play around with it and see what is best for you and what you like, but this is my face. So I thought it would be weird to do the whole video with half my face on, half makeup, and so I thought I'll just take it off at the end. The little things I think about. Okay, so I'm going to I start off with, I have dark circles. I have always had dark circles under my eyes. So sometimes I'll do it a shade lighter. That's the great thing about this makeup too. So the Warm has a 1, 2, and 3. The 2 comes with the kit, which is just the obviously down the line kind of medium tone. But I also bought the 1 to help clear up any blemishes. If I tend to get one, I will hormonally. But I'll put the 1 under my eyes because I've always had dark circles. Now right now I don't have the 1, it's back in my bedroom, but you can do it with the same color. It's not a big deal, but I always like to do a shade lighter. You always do a shade lighter for your concealer. So hopefully you can see this. I couldn't get the lighting too great today. This is called the baking method. So this is an option that you don't have to do. This is one that I do, and just an option again for those who may have dark circles under their eyes. A blending sponge or a beauty sponge, if you've ever seen those, work well. I just found this at Target and I like that it's kind of longer, sorry. So I will put this under my eyes and you literally bake it into your skin. So I'm gonna put a bunch on here and I'm gonna let it sit, and it's going to bake into my skin. Okay, so it looks kind of crazy right now, but I will fix it. So because I'm also using this as my foundation, here is how I use the misting spray. Now that I say that, I'm not going to be able to get it out of the box. There it is. Okay. All right, so here's the misting spray. I have put some minerals in my cap, and I'm going to spray the brush. Now this is a learning curve, so if you get it too wet, rub it on the back of your hand and dry it off a little. I actually like applying my makeup more wet, and you'll see I'll dab it on first. This is going to help it not fly and get that fly away. So, and you'll notice as you go along how much you want to spray it and what's kind of your, what you prefer. So I love this makeup too, because it absorbs all the excess oil. So I don't know if you saw that my face was kind of shiny. It's going to absorb all that. I'm just gonna even go ahead and do that. It's gonna absorb all of that extra moisture that tends to be on your face. Oh, I forgot to use the mattifying primer. But normally, I'm not gonna do it now, but normally I would just put a tiny bit on, and I just put it right here and right here, where I'm gonna put it on my eyes where I'm gonna have that primer. And then I move along. So this is the Best Kept Secret. Every kit is gonna get this one. This is your lid primer. So this is going to, if you ever get that crease halfway through the day, this is going to help you not get that. So you're gonna tap a little bit into your lid. You're gonna spray, you're gonna use the blending brush, or that's the one that I use. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to it, or just kind of whatever you prefer. But this goes all over your lid. All over. And you can tell it already toned it up quite a bit because it can tend to get oily. So this is going to be what you use as your base. Then it comes with 2 colors, usually a light color and then a darker color. So the lighter color I put on first, and it goes all over. This one for the Warm 2 kit is going to be Spoiled. So again, I tap my minerals in here, and then I'm still going to use this brush because I don't want this color to be real dark. You're going to want to use the shorter brush when you want more pigment. So this is going to go all the way over, and I might do it. I'm going to do it a little more on my lid, right on the top, and then I just kind of blend it. So the next color that I'm going to use is Unscripted, and again, this is the Warm 2 kit, but it goes a little darker. It's kind of a light plum, I think is a good way to describe it. Okay, here's where I'm a little different. If you want a light, this is what the beauty of it is. If you want a lighter color, then, you know, still spray the brush far away. I like a darker color, and this is called the foiling method, is when you put on your makeup, your minerals wet. And this is called the foiling method. You can do the dry method. It doesn't stick as long. This literally will help your makeup last all day, but it doesn't stay as long. And so it's less, it doesn't last as long if you don't use the misting spray is what I'm trying to say. So this, I just want to go in my crease, just like I have it in the other eye. And I can build it for as little as much as I want. Now, because I want this a little darker, here's one tip. If you want this light, obviously try it out that way. I actually spray this right into my cap, and I almost apply this pretty wet. Now I have some of the misting spray around the outside, so I can either do wetter or drier. It's kind of a masterpiece that I'm kind of creating here. Oh, sorry. But anyways, I just put this brush is perfect for blending right into your crease. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But I mean, that's literally it. If I felt like this went too high or I didn't do it the way that I wanted to, I can go back over it with literally, I don't have to pick up any color. I can just go back over it with the blending brush, which is this one with the longer bristles, and I can blend whatever I did. If I wanted to pick up more of the spoiled look, the color, I want to make sure I keep getting these right so I don't confuse you guys. I have so many of the colors, I just love them. They're so great. But I can do that just to blend it a little bit better. But I hope you guys can see that. That is the gist. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to comment below on this post. I would love to help you out. I did want to mention the Savvy mascara is absolutely great. I have tried all natural mascaras out there, and this one is by far the best that I have ever used. Your lashes will be long and luscious, and then it's got lavender essential oil in it, which is absolutely great for keeping those bugs that like to live on your lashes at bay. So you're gonna have long, healthy lashes, and it's really a great addition to your makeup. Another tip that I will leave you with is this one. So you can use this on your eyelid as a primer as well. Don't get too crazy because it will kind of you can overcompensate and become too oily. But even just rubbing a little on your finger and using that on your eye as an eye primer is great. And then I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna put this on. I kind of showed you a little bit in the beginning. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna use Spoiled. I'm gonna rub a little on my lips, and this is gonna be my color for today. Ta-da! So I love that. You can do that. Passionate is another really pretty blush that's a little bit darker and more mauvish, and it makes a great lip color. So I hope that this is helpful to you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Super excited about this class. Can't wait to learn more tomorrow. Have a good one.